All right, this part of my video is going to be talking about the right side, all the way you can configure that. We're gonna start out in trip computer mode, and the way you can change this is from the steering wheel buttons. You have a left arrow or right arrow, and the thumb wheel you can roll it up or down, and to select something you would push in on the thumb wheel. So right now let's go back to the start. It starts out, your first screen is your trip one, that's a trip computer, distance, speed, and fuel economy. Trip computer number 2. Then fuel economy, you know, the average last 52 miles and best. Timer, you have a trip, you can, when you start a trip, it'll start at the time and fuel used. In this case, in my total of 1,600 miles, I've used 89.4 gallons. Current drive cycle, which I think is is new. It restarts every time you start the motor, and it tells you how far you've gone, how much your fuel economy in the time. I've been idling here for 14 minutes. Okay, so now we've gone through all the trip computer function, and you can see all the different functions by those little lights there. So we're going to go to performance, audio, maintenance, options, and we'll talk about that. And then to simplify, hey, if you're just overwhelmed and you want, hey, just simplify the display, watch what this does. And I'll press in on the thumb wheel, and everything goes away, and it's just very simple. You get a speedometer, miles per hour, and I'm in park. So if you're driving a trip at night, you don't want to see all that other information displayed, you can put in simplify mode, and it's very easy to read. Okay, let's get out of this. I'm going to back up options. We already kind of went through the maintenance schedule. I'm going to roll the thumb wheel. It says how many, and I'm on maintenance, see the little light, it says how many revs, how many hours, idle hours. Here's how much oil life I have, transmission, revs, etc. So I kind of cycles through here. I already talked about the audio. You can change all the channels, pushing the button. Actually, you use the thumb wheel to roll to the different channels. I think that's kind of neat. Let's go back here. Let's go to options. The tire pressure in units. Okay, it says press the check button, which is the little scroll wheel. You push in on that, that's what the check is. It'll relearn for 5 seconds. You got to hold it, press for 5 seconds. Okay, to relearn the process. Okay, so the tire pressure learning is done. Okay, press check to dismiss. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to back up, go heads up display. This is kind of cool. You're not going to be able to see it, but you can change the angle of the heads up display, because in the past the people have complained it's kind of at an angle. So now you're able to use the thumb wheel to change that. I'm going to back up. Key remote learn. I'm not going to go through that, but that's available. Units. We're US. You can change it to metric if you want. Speed warning. Nobody wants that. Let's go back over here. Info tile. Heads up. Display design. You can change what information is being displayed over here. In this default, I have it set up to, hey, I want everything displayed as tour, but you can change that. Link to driver mode. I like that. You can link it to driver mode. You can do, hey, just freeze it in on tour no matter what mode I'm in. Sport, track, weather. Okay, so I'm going to link it to drive mode, because you know, that's my particular way that I like to have it displayed. A press check, which is really the scroll wheel. You got to press in on that to confirm. So right now I have it set to, because I'm in my mode, it's set to those to be done. Tile select, that's really a cool feature that's new. Deselect all info on tiles. All right, I'm going to do that. So now I got a blank screen to fill it in. So what do I want to be displayed on that? Battery, electronic limited slip differential coupling, instant fuel, lateral G's, oil pressure. I like the oil pressure up here. To me, that's important. So then I go to the next one. Now I got oil temperature, tire status. I kind of like, in this example, I like to show that right there. So basically I got two windows I can play with to do that. So I can go back here and say, okay, I don't like what I just did. Let me just deselect, and I'm right back to it. Do I want battery voltage? Nah, maybe. Instant fuel economy, yeah, that's kind of useful. Lateral G is fun. Tire status, transmission fluid temperature, that's all fun. So that's, you know, all within the My Mode selection.